Hi everybody. This video is walking you guys through your syllabus and your course calendar, and I'm going to go through this as quickly as I can. You do have a quiz that follows after this, so make sure you know how to find this information. This course runs from October 14th to December 11th. If you need to contact me, please use the Canvas email. This course looks at a different number of texts from really the Civil War up through where we are now. So we're looking at different genres and texts and the different influences on this quote unquote American literature that we are developing this American identity during this time. In this course, you guys will be studying not only the canonical texts, so the texts that are more common, the ones that you've certainly heard of from, say, Fitzgerald or Hemingway or Sylvia Plath, but you'll also be looking at more marginalized voices as well. So you'll be looking at Native American literature, Chicana literature. You'll be looking at those voices that we don't always get to hear as well, because I think it's really important that we bring those voices to the forefront in terms of the discussion of the, as I said, the quote unquote American identity that's being developed from 1865 forward. So you guys are going to look at, you guys can look at, the course goals and the student learning outcomes for yourself. But the course materials, you guys need to have access to Canvas, obviously. The only software you necessarily need is Microsoft Word. Your major writing assignments, essay assignments do need to be submitted as Word documents. That is a requirement. You can get that for free through the college, so make sure you have that. There is the textbook, the Norton Anthology of American Literature, volumes C, D, and E. It's literature since 1945. Any edition would be fine. Now, I say this with the caveat that I understand this is a short course, and it's difficult sometimes to buy the books. So you will see provided versions in the course as well of the reading assignments. So I leave it to you. If you'd like to buy the books, please go ahead. But everything else will be made available online. So you guys do need to have access to Canvas. If you're not sure how to use Canvas, I've created a reference video for you guys for how to use Canvas in this course specifically. It's at the top of the modules page. Everything in this course is self-paced to an extent. So every weekly assignments are due on Sunday at 11:59 p.m. of that week. You do have access to all weeks of the course at once, so you are actually able to work ahead if you would like. That does not mean that my grading necessarily will keep pace if you are 2 or 3 weeks ahead. I will be on pace with the course, but you will be able to work ahead if you would like. You guys can read the AI policy for yourself, but essentially, while AI is wonderful and it does help, you are not permitted to use AI tools in this course to complete your assignments. So that doesn't mean you can't use them for things like brainstorming or helping to organize your thoughts. That's fine. That is exactly what AI should be used for, but it should not be doing your critical thinking for you, and it should certainly not be doing your writing for you. And the reason I say that is because it is becoming blatantly obvious when AI is being used in a course like this. And obviously we have plagiarism detection tools which help as well. But essentially the fundamentals of writing an argument around a particular idea or topic are something that you will need to do and utilize in any field that you go into. And quite honestly, you should be using your own critical thinking to do your analysis. So for that reason, you may not submit, works that are written by AI by any means. If you have any questions on this, let me know. But that is the policy for now. You have 3 major units within this course. You have a New American Identity, which takes us basically from 1865 to the First World War. And then you have literature during the wars. And then we have a postmodern literature unit after that. The major essay for each of those, the first one is 15% of your grade, the second is 20, and the third is 25. That's 60% of your grade. The remaining 40% comes from the quizzes, which are 10, writing assignments, which are 5, major writing assignments. Weekly blogs and discussion boards are 10 each, and attendance and participation is 5%. So you guys can see the grading scale for yourself. An incomplete grade, of course, is something that is for an extreme extenuating circumstance. For example, you have a major hospitalization or something like that, and the work needs to be completed after the actual close of the course. In that case, you and I will work together along with the college to determine the correct and appropriate time for completing that course, and it's approved on a case-by-case basis. like I said, every major assignment and including your essays is submitted on Canvas by 11:59 p.m. of the Sunday night of the week that it's assigned. The links close at that point. Again, you can work ahead. So if you have, say, an event or a wedding or a vacation or something coming up or a holiday, and you want to work ahead so that you can make sure that you have free time during that needed time, you certainly can. So please go ahead and use that to your advantage. Everything is formatted with MLA formatting. So for your essays, you guys will see there's an MLA resources available for you at the top of the modules page. But that means 1-inch margins all around, double spaced, the correct font, 12-point font, and then MLA citations on in-text citations and on the works cited as well. Everything is checked for plagiarism, of course. And late work is not accepted because, as I said, you really have the ability to work throughout the week at however best fits your schedule. So as long as your assignments are submitted by the deadline each week, you'll be fine. And again, you have the ability to work ahead as well. So it's your responsibility to manage your schedule and your timing. If you email me at 11:50 on a Sunday night and ask for an extension, I'm not going to give it to you. If there is an extreme extenuating circumstance for something, example, like something like a hospitalization or you are in a wreck, in that case, obviously, please email me as soon as possible and let me know the situation, and I will work with you on an extension. But again, if you are telling me that you had to work all weekend, I will respond that you had more than enough time throughout the week to complete the assignment and you are able to work ahead if you need to. So your grades can be tracked throughout the week in the gradebook tool. It will keep that up to date so you always know where you stand. And again, it's a weighted grade, so make sure you're looking at the weighted percentage. And there is an attendance policy in place for TCC. So if you're missing more than 15% of the class instruction, then you can be dropped by the instructor. You guys can look at the withdrawal policy. It's right here. And participation, of course, just means that you are completing your assignments, you're communicating with me if you have any questions, and that you're checking in. The important dates for this class are October 14th is your classes begin. December 5th is the final add drop day, and then the final day of class is December 11th. Obviously, academic dishonesty, you guys need to make sure that you're completing your assignments as your own. This means that you're not self-plagiarizing, meaning you're not using work from a previous assignment or a previous course in this course, and that you are not plagiarizing from other sources, meaning online or other students or anywhere else that you might be getting information. So if you are if you plagiarize, there are multiple things that can happen. You can fail the assignment, you can fail the course, you can also have this taken to a high level and put on your permanent record. It can also impact your extracurricular activities. So at most, you'll be writing for me a 3 to 4 page paper. I really do not recommend the consequences of a plagiarized assignment for what is max a 3 to 4 page paper. So please make sure you're doing the work on your own. Please make sure you're not relying on an AI to do the work for you. And if you have any questions, let me know. Excuse me. If you need to email me, please use Canvas to do so, and I will respond within 24 hours. Everything is returned technically within 2 weeks of the original due date for you guys. However, knowing this course is much shorter, I am going to work as quickly as I can on grading your assignments. Major assignments like essays that require a little bit more time may take a little bit longer. There are student support services available for you guys, so you guys can find that here. The disability services office is there. If you need an accommodation, please contact them. They will come and contact me, and there's paperwork involved, and we'll make sure whatever accommodation is needed is met. And then technical requirements, just make sure, again, that you have Microsoft Word, you have access to Canvas, and access to your email account. If you have a technical issue, there is a help desk, so you can email them, call them. At the time of the issue, please take a screenshot and send it to me as well. I have been teaching on Canvas for many, many years, so I can do my best to help you if there is an issue. So that is your syllabus, and let me take you guys through the course calendar very quickly. This is very high level. Every week you guys will see, I will send you an email on Monday morning that has a reminder of the weekly assignments. It's also in the weekly overview. I put it on the announcements tab as well. And you will be able to, again, like I said, work ahead and see every assignment in the modules. So The first week is looking at the introduction to the course. We're going to start with Walt Whitman, and I have optional resources for you as far as MLA and the basics of writing at the college level. So it's a really great resource if you need any reminders. Week 2 moves us into looking at some of our other voices, like I mentioned. So we're looking at Kate Chopin and Zit Kalasa. Your first essay is going to be due on Sunday, October 27th. It's a very short essay. Your second unit is going to be looking at modernism and literature. So this is literature around the time of the wars. So we have Frost, Hemingway, and Fitzgerald, and then we move into Langston Hughes, Claude McKay. You guys are going to have your second essay due on Sunday, November 10th. And then your third unit is going to be looking at postmodernism. So this is going to move us into postmodern poets, Sylvia Plath, Ralph Ellison, and then we'll be looking at Louise Erdrich and Sherman Alexie, Sandra Cisneros, and Amy Tan up through week 6. Week 7, you guys have no work. That's Happy Thanksgiving. And then you come back on week 8. We just finish out the third essay. There is an extra credit assignment available here that can give you extra credit on your third essay, which is due on Sunday, December 8th. And then during finals week, we don't actually have a final exam, but I do have an extra credit opportunity available for you guys, which is due on Tuesday, December 10th. So that is everything. Let me know if you have any questions, but otherwise go ahead and move on.